All right, so I had mentioned wanting or needing to process these pumpkins the other day, um, and I probably should have done it sooner. It was pretty warm today, probably 55. It's probably 60 something here in the garage, which isn't like warm or nothing, but they were already starting to go soft a little bit. So as you can see, they're starting to get worse. This one had this black scar on it when I got it, and it's starting to spread and get soft. This other one's got a couple holes in the bottom that are questionable. So this one I'm expecting to be the worst. But these aren't really the greatest. I mean, they're edible, but they're not like choice. They're more like jack-o'-lantern pumpkins. You certainly can eat them. You can use them for pies or whatever you want, but they're not. They're usually pretty like thin-walled and hollow, so they're not very dense for their size. Not a whole lot of flesh. These blue ones are much better for eating. Any way that you would have them, they're just much more dense and flavorful. And they tend to hold up better over time. So those aren't as crucial to process as quickly. And they don't have any signs of softening or anything like that. But this one and this one I think is gonna be the worst, so I'll do it first. The only thing I think is gonna be worth saving out of it is gonna be the seeds. If they're even worth saving. We'll see when I cut into it. Yeah, I don't really have the best angle for filming, I guess. Let me see if I can get something under here. Is that better? Yeah, this is real soft. It's not as bad as I thought. But again, you can see how thin the walls are. So I don't think there's anything really worth saving other than the seeds. Oh shit. Yeah, the cleaner you can get the seeds at this point, the better. I usually like to soak them in salt water and strain them to get any whatever, plant material off them. But these ones are the most like the standard like pumpkin seeds that you buy in packs in the store. This is the kind of pumpkins I believe that they come from. You can see by looking at them. Size and shape similar. Kind of a thick shell, but not like unpleasant. The ones that I make, I don't like them quite as crispy as you'd get them like if you buy them in a pack in the store. So I like the shell to be crisp and the inside to be like a little bit slightly tender. Yeah, I want to try to free the seeds without tearing off too much of this plant material because it's just a pain to clean out later. Kind of like comb your fingers through it. I might set some of these seeds aside to replant too, but again, they're not the most choices for eating. I'm sure they like can them or whatever, but these are more like the ones that they sell for like carving into jack-o'-lanterns. Probably at least some of it would be salvageable, but the visible mold gives me pause to even cut around it. And I don't think we really got the room in the freezer anyway. We still got a whole bunch from last year. if you ever planted pumpkins, the vines spread, so you really need kind of plenty of room, plenty of open space to put them. And probably not really worth it for the less desirable varieties, unless you were planning on selling Halloween pumpkins or whatever. They do have nice seeds though, and a fair amount of them, so yeah, again, the yellow ones I've not tried before, so if they're not like especially gross, I might try cooking them. But I want to cut out that bad spot, and that'll give me access to the seeds anyway. This knife's a bit unwieldy, but it's robust enough for this purpose. It's got this pink mold in it. That's kind of sketchy, even for me. I don't know if I can catch the light enough to do justice to just how pink that is in there. It's really strange looking. And the seeds are like chocolate brown. Yeah, look at that. It's like fiberglass insulation. These have thicker flesh though, so I mean, I'm obviously gonna chuck this one, but if that other one's not terrible, I might try to cook it. And it does look like some of this might be salvageable, but maybe kind of risky, so I don't know. It's weird how unbothered I am about some things, but particular about others. Like I'll eat roadkill, but like I'm careful about like cross contamination when I'm cooking and seafood temps and things like that. But I'll wash off and eat lightly moldy vegetables or seeds or whatever. So seemingly a bit contradictory, but there's like degrees of it, you know. I use my best judgment, best practices within reason, but I guess there's a firm and distinct line in there somewhere, and it's a little bit like arbitrary, or seemingly arbitrary, or at least, you know, varies wildly based on the circumstances. I think this one's likely to be all right inside, but we'll see. This one's not soft, but the only thing I see are these things on the bottom that look like it was like welding splatter burns or something like that. I mean, I know that's not what it is, but that's what it looks like. Yeah, probably a shorter knife would be better, especially like holding this in my lap and stabbing it towards my crotch. Well, it doesn't smell promising. This side is much softer. It doesn't smell great. It doesn't smell bad, but it doesn't smell promising. This side's much harder. Yeah, this one smells the worst. Actually, it looks all right though. It has a familiar smell. Kind of smells like vanilla whey protein powder. Well, I guess the seeds got a little bit of like a pinkish hue to them, but it's not like. Yeah, they taste fine. Yeah, so between the two of them, the yellow one and the orange one, if I were going to keep seeds for planting, they would be the yellow ones, just because you could see how much thicker the flesh is relative to its size. I got all the questionable spots out of this, so I might try to throw this one in the oven and see how it turns out. It's a shame that other one was so far gone. And even that might be alright if I scooped out the insides, but kind of skeeves me out a little bit. But yeah, that would be interesting to see how it turned out color-wise once it's cooked. You know, put into a pie or soup or whatever, just because of the pale yellow color. I wonder how that would do. My sister's got a farm. She grew some of them ones with the pepitos. It grows seeds that have no shell, so it's just like a kernel. So she sent us some of those in the mail, but the plants didn't take. I mean, they did sprout, but I don't know if like rabbits got to them or if it was just like so dry that year or a bad spot or whatever, but they didn't do as well as We grew a couple squash, but not like pumpkins. Grew some like crookneck squash, butternut. I think maybe not the same year. I don't remember. But we don't really have the room here to be planting a bunch of pumpkins. Maybe if I took them out to the farm or something. But that's a bit of a hike, so I'm not really close enough to tend them if they even really need tending. Sometimes it's a good idea to, especially when they get bigger, to get them off the ground, set them on something so they can, not sit in wet soil, because that can leave them prone to rotting or, bug intrusion or whatever. So yeah, if I remember correctly, them blue ones have nice seeds for roasting. They're much bigger, but I think there's fewer of them. But they're nice for roasting. I got some of them set aside too, but I didn't plant any of them. I think you should plant them like mid-April, maybe. I'll have to check. Yeah, whatever that dirt and stuff on the bottom, I ought to wipe off. Maybe like light bleach water or something, because if whatever that is leading to this intrusion in these other ones, I need to get that out of there. But yeah, it's a decent haul just for these 2 pumpkins. I don't think I have room to put this in the fridge until tomorrow. I guess it's cold enough out here. No, maybe not. It's not real late. It's like 9. Probably later than I would want to start cooking them, because they take a couple hours. I mean, it's not like I got anything important to do. Maybe I'll cut that other one open so you can see how pink it is. That's crazy. It looks like fiberglass insulation. Yeah, some of that looks compromised. I don't even know if they're that good, so I don't know if it's even worth trying to... I mean, when you clean the pumpkins out anyway, you scoop the seeds out and then you scrape the middle out with a spoon, so I could maybe scrape it down deep enough to... Because, I mean, the flesh seems firm. I mean, that doesn't seem compromised. I mean, I've certainly eaten more questionable stuff, but probably isn't worth it. I would ask my mom, but I know what she would say. All right, so I'll save the seeds. Maybe I'll stick the pumpkin in the... stick the pumpkin in the fridge so tomorrow, if I've got room for it, if we've got more pumpkin in the freezer, which I think we do, I might make some pumpkin soup. That'd be pretty good. Haven't done that in a while. Last time it was pretty similar to like taste and texture wise to like a crab bisque, but minus the, you know, crabbiness, the essence of the sea, but still really good. Yeah, so that's probably what I'll do with that. Yeah, I should probably wipe them other ones down before they start to turn. Yeah, that's about it.